Hey everyone, how you doing?
Not yet.
Silver Steeler here. And
Winning image
hey,
photography.
there she is. How's everyone doing tonight? Give them a little bit more time to get in, and let me see if I can't get my own computer over to this. Can't see the chat on my phone. Let me get out of your phone here and relog in. Sometimes I restart the chat. Oh, I see it up there. I'm hearing
You
some.
get sound on that TV up there.
No, I don't. You got sound on yours? You might have sound on your computer.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Cool, got sound now. What's up? What's up, Off Grid Power? How you doing, Dub Season 91? Steve Woods. So let me grab the phone here. Give a little bit more time here. We're waiting for a certain person to join the stream. Hey, it's Alex is in the house. Michael M. Running Eagle. If I missed anyone, look back up here. We started a little bit early. Tim Williams is in the house. Imperium Label, what's up? Brad's World Coins, how you doing? All right, I think I'm caught up here. Get a couple things situated here. And waiting for a certain person who I texted a little while ago. We're waiting for Steve Rice. There's a reason we are waiting for Steve Rice. See if he's in the chat yet. Probably fell asleep again. Off Grid said hi to you.
Hi, Off Grid.
She's sitting next to me. She just hasn't said anything yet. She's getting ready to. We've worked on the trailer a little bit more, so we've got that to show you. I got a little friend mail to get through, and then I've got to wait on Steve Rice to get here. Hey, I found a 1896 Indian head cent repunch date in my Indian head cent collection. And you really are on it with those error coins, I swear. You're the best person I know when it comes to knowing them error coins.
Hi,
Calling
Michael
Steve
M.
Rice, that's right. Get him out here, Running Eagle. Brian Woodward, hey, how you doing? Yeah, we got a little,
You can tell him the backstory before Steve Rice gets here.
because he knows the backstory a little bit. Well, a long time ago, about 3 or 4 months ago, me and, or I should say, Rick G. Profit Coins and I did a trade. He needed an eagle, a harder year eagle to get. I had it for him, and he was going to give me something in return of value. And I told him, I said, you can give me anything back, just don't give me a Philharmonic. I can't stand those coins. I don't know what it is. I just can't stand Philharmonics. So him and Steve Rice are good friends, and they're chatting it over one night about, the Eagle trade and everything else. And so
And Steve Rice knows that you don't like
he knows I
Philharmonics
don't like
either.
Philharmonics. So what's he do? He gets Rick G to send me a Philharmonic back. So I'm opening the mail one day, and sure enough, here's the trade coin I'm getting back from Rick G, and it's a Philharmonic. Ha ha. Well played, good joke, so forth. So eventually, they give me an eagle. So I ended up getting 2 ounces for 1 ounces. They totally, obviously, I knew it was a joke and a gag, and they were going to do me right, and they did. They did me right. But Steve Rice did try to pull one over me a little bit, so I owed him. I owed him one. And if anyone remembers Silver Heist having the Roosevelt dime giveaway where everyone donated dimes and he filled up a complete book of Roosevelt dimes, there was going to be a lucky winner one night. Well, he just recently had that, let's call it that one gall. And guess who the winner was? The winner was Steve Rice. So I knew instantly I had to reach out to Silver Heist before he sent that book off to Steve Rice, because Steve Rice cannot stand, I know this because he calls me and him talk often, he cannot stand empty holes or anything else. So I asked Silver Heist if he can send me one of the dimes, just punch one of them out and send it to
Make
me.
it a hard one.
Make it a hard one of the, semi key years, and send it my way. And sure enough, Silver Heist went ahead and went with the gag, and I got one of the only hole. Is he in here?
I haven't
He
seen him
still
yet.
hasn't come in here. Well, anyway, I've got the missing dime now out of Steve Rice's book. And this is really probably, there it is. So he's got one hole in that book. And it's going to be this one right here, the 1954 S, which ironically was donated by Rick G. So it almost went like full circle. Oh yeah, it's a ransom. And so I can't call him because I'm using my phone. So I gave him a text about a half an hour ago saying, you better be there. We're going to be talking about you. So anyway, I set the scene for that.
Oh, guess who's here?
Is he there? There he is.
Alligators.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there he is. I owed you one, buddy. So look, I know everyone out there knows that Yankee Stacking's been doing this boomerang box everywhere. So, what do you all think about maybe letting this little dime here that Steve Rice has now missing out of his Roosevelt dime book? I wonder if we want to take that for a little boomerang across the nation, Let him take a little time. So here's a map here that I've got of all the different areas I want that to go. So you see it started in Massachusetts up here, and it was headed towards Tennessee, but right there it was stolen. It went to Indiana, then it went to Michigan, then it went to Wisconsin, all the way to Illinois, only back up to Wisconsin again, Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri. And you know what? We're going to take a little trip around Montana. We're going to circle that state because it's nice and big. And then it's going to go over here and all the way back over to Kansas, all the way to California, Arizona, through Mexico, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi. Oh, it almost gets to Tennessee. But guess what, Steve? Just didn't quite get there. What do you think about that? I had it coming, so I can't cry too much. That's right. Do it. They want me to send it around. There's another option, gang. Someone really probably values this dime a lot right now. And that person would be Steve Rice. Why don't we do an auction? We should do an auction for this dime right now. Anyone want to do an auction for this dime? How about an auction, Steve Rice? Would you like that auction? Don't send it to California Dime. Lick the dime, right? Yeah, I'll take any suggestions. Come on, rub it into Steve Rice. He's got it coming.
Vertical stacker bids 10 cents.
10 cents, right?
Oh, now we got 11 cents.
Hi, Henry. I saw you in there, Henry Von Mogg. How you doing? Yeah, we're just playing a little joke on Steve Rice because he had it coming. Auctions are great. So maybe, maybe we need to auction. How much does that dime mean to you now that it's the only empty one in that whole book, Steve? Does that dime mean something to you now? Yeah.
Hiram Labo wants to see an auction. Dan Katz wants to see an auction. Tim Williams wants to see an auction.
So if anyone remembers Silver Heist having that stream, the second Steve Rice ended up winning that and claimed it. I had to wait till he claimed it. He claimed it. I knew instantly I was going to get one of those dimes back and he was going to have a hole in that book. But all in good fun, buddy. I'll be mailing it out to you tomorrow. The gig is up, but I just had to pull your leg just a little bit. $5. Look, they're starting an auction on it. Wouldn't that be funny? Well, thanks, gang.
Yeah.
If anyone knows Steve Rice, he's very good-natured. He's a good guy. He's great to the community. I had to pull his leg a little bit just for trying something on me, and I know he would appreciate it. It's just going to take a couple more days before that dime book is complete, but I'll get it out the door tomorrow. So, gang, here we are. 24 in the house. Wow. Hey, Fiat, what's going on? How you doing? So that's the little joke I had for Steve Rice. Unfortunately, he knew about it. It would have been better. Silver Heist mailed them both out the same day, and Steve got his book before I got the dime. I got my dime today. Steve got the book yesterday. So Steve called.
But there was no note in there, and somehow he still figured out where his dime was.
That's because he knew it would be from me. So what do you want to do? You want to show them that, or do you want to go through a little bit of this mail? Or would you guys like to see where that trailer stands at now? She's been working on it a lot. We went to Studio G. I always call my garage Studio G. And got out all our American Silver Eagles and made some designs and spent, 3 to 4 hours making 64 pictures that only takes up 8 seconds of the video. So
if that.
We spent 3 or 4 hours last night just covering an 8-second clip of the video. And we're not sure if it's going to work or not. So, why don't I be quiet for about 3 or 4 minutes here and let you see that screen. And you got volume going up to that? Northwest Stackers in the house. What's up, everyone? All right, here we go.
It's not finished.
It's not finished. There's going to be lots of gaps in here yet, but you'll see how it's come along.
And this is the thumbnail. I haven't made a thumbnail this beginning. love the thunder and the music.
Yeah. There's a big gap here to fill, but it's coming along nicely. We'd like to try to get it out by Sunday. Here comes some more images coming up here soon, aren't they?
Fiat wanted to know what scent your candle was.
Oh, it's caramel.
Caramel.
Oh, there's that was the one that took us 4 hours last night.
That's not finished either. There's
Yeah.
work to do on that part.
A lot of holes there to fill yet. She's just trying to space the Morgans in pieces.
Somebody
you
has
get-
a lot of Morgans
Yeah.
and Peace dollars.
Here, it moves it a little bit here.
And there may be
Think that-
movement still.
Oh yeah.
It might not end up exactly
Then
like
she's
this.
got to go through all the After Effects and pop in some light every now and then, some flares. We're going to try to morph a Morgan dollar, try to stretch it across the screen and make it do some weird sort of morphing part from one part of the screen to the next.
I don't know how much.
So I think we don't have any images left in here, do we?
I don't.
I know I haven't been able to keep up with the chat. I've been trying to be quiet for the music. I think that's it. Let's bring it down. Well, there you go, gang. That's what we have so far.
You can turn it down.
Well, thanks, gang. I appreciate that. Yeah, we sort of really been digging that kind of music. We've been interested in a band called White Sand that really puts out some pretty good stuff. And he's a one-man show for the most part. This is the first time we've actually not gone with a music piece by him.
Yeah,
Hey, Barbara
this-
Cabone, what's up?
This is CJ Beards.
Hey, it's Alex says that's a beautiful piece of art. Winning image. Oh, you can see the chat over there. I didn't realize you pulled it up where you can see it. I'm going to go with you both. Yeah. I tell you what, when did we start working on this one? We started working.
Earlier this week.
Was it earlier this week or?
Yeah.
It started this week. And the last trailer we did took 3 weeks. We're hoping to get one done in a week this time. So we went out, like I said, we went out to the garage. And if you all remember that piece that the Eagles made up to make the circle and then put the SS in, that took us 4 hours last night to line up. And then we had to shoot everything in reverse. We had to pull the coin. We got the whole thing set up. And then we pulled a set off, took a picture, pulled a set off, took a picture, and then she just reversed it into scale, making it look like it built up instead of minusing up. So it was pretty.
You're giving away all my secrets.
You're giving away your secrets right now. But that was Henry. Did you hear what Henry von Mox said? When I ever decide to make you an introduction video, I'm going to have you both for consultation. I like making them trailers. We thought at one time that we were going to come out with like
So
three
this
or
part.
4. Yeah. What about that part? Oh yeah, that part.
You didn't have to.
Oh, I didn't have to. Yeah, that part took us
Yeah, there's
between setup and everything else. It took
64 pictures.
there's 64 pictures involved in that, and it goes in the span of like 8 seconds. Does it even go 8 seconds
I
on
don't
the
think
video?
so.
I don't know.
It goes 8 beats of
Right.
music.
So anyway, that's what she's got going for us so far. I'm going to strum through a little bit of this mail while I've got on here. You just spoke $753.47 and 18 seconds. Yeah, right? So anyway, I've got a little mail to get through. I don't think any of the mail, I've seen anyone in here that has given me a piece of this mail. Well, thanks, Fiat. Appreciate that. She's she paints the picture that I want to paint it to her. And I've always wanted to see from a very early start on YouTube, I've wanted to see my avatar explode. And we used to have, like my first 3 or 4 months on YouTube, I had some guy that I worked with that was doing stuff for us. and he never could get that coin to explode. So finally, I just told her, I said, you're just gonna have to get better at what you do. And now now she's exploding my coins. So
better.
What's that?
I would have got better.
I want you to explode. My goal is to one day have her take a Morgan dollar and explode that thing into a whole bunch of little
Morgan dollars.
Little Morgan dollars come out of it. You know, that's a vision I've always had in my head, and we'll get her there. She'll be able to do it one time. Silver Gopher sent me just a straight up sticker trade. He's got some pretty cool stickers there. I like them. Let's put them down. And he says, let me read it to you, because if I put it in front of the camera, I'm going to have to read through the camera. He goes, "Hi, Winning Image and Silver Seal. Thank you for doing the sticker trade. I love the work you do and admire your support of the community. The America We Love You video popped up just as I was starting this note. It is amazing work and very enjoying. Thank you for presenting that for us. Take care and stay safe. Silver Gopher." So yeah, that's the latest music vid. Actually, we're going to do a premiere sometime on that. U.S. Silver Stackers in the house.
Fiat
Thanks
said
for all your
that
support on my YouTube videos. Hey, no problem, buddy. Keep that Cindy type in the secret place where she's taken to explode coin. Yeah, no doubt.
Well, we're gonna figure out how to explode the jar of elimination.
Yeah, we might actually really break that thing though, if that's what the community wants us to do. How about Silver Damsel? And Silver Damsel, I made a mistake. I was so busy that week that she said I can either keep this little dragon copper coin or give it away in my gall. And I made that gall video and then did the 1K gall, and I totally spaced her on the whole thing. I told her I'll make it up to her sometime. I don't know how I'm still going to do that, but I'll figure it out.
We said we'd keep the coin, but we would put something else in the place, and we totally
and say it was from her, and I totally spaced it on that. But anyway, Silver Damsel. And she was here the last time we had a stream. I haven't seen her. Those are great stickers. Yeah, they are. Make it explode. Hey, yeah, no problem, U.S. Silver Stacker. It's good seeing your videos, man. And this is the note. And again, I'm going to have to read it off to the side. To Silver Stealer and Winning Image Photography, thank you for always giving me a warm welcome and a shout out whenever I join your live streams. You both sound like good people to be around. Please accept my sticker and a copper round to do as you please. Keep it or give it away as a gall is fine. Keep on stacking, Silver Damsel. Thank you, Silver Damsel. As you're aware, since I spaced it for maybe possibly giving a gall, I kept it. You know, it's a dragon on there, so I'll do some future gall in your name and put something in its place because I really like it. Hey, yeah, Vertical. Yeah, I know you were, I joined your stream earlier today and you couldn't see the chat anymore. Everyone was totally making fun of you. Nah, I'm joking. No, they weren't. No, we were all talking amongst ourselves. We realized you couldn't see it anymore. That was a cool looking place, Vertical. We like to do some hiking ourselves. That looked really, really enjoyable, especially right now with what everyone's going through with this virus and whatnot. Looking the bank robber Zorro face mask on the thumbnail. Yeah, we've used that before in when I won Silver Heist Christmas stream. I was pretty much considered the big winner of his, what is it called? The Yankee, what was that? The game that he used to play that? The Yankee.
It was the Christmas Yankee swap.
The Yankee swap, yeah. And I was the very first one out of the bat. I got to choose first, and then I was the only one after it went around to be able to choose second. And I took that nice 2-ounce silver bar. So she used, there he is, speaking of Silver Heist. Hello, Silver Heist. Yeah, we already sort of did a little joke on our friend there. We took this little map. We were going to go around the country with that dime, and I took the most inefficient route that I could. So we started right there from you, and it was making its way there, and I sort of stole it right there, and then I just tried to keep it away from Steve was the name of the game. So but we already went through that part. Now we were just talking about the Yankee swap, and that all was because of the Zorro mask that she decided. That's a pretty cool little touch.
Silver Heist and you both can wear masks on your logos.
Yes. Well, listen, here's another thing. And this was in my P.O. box the other day. And I don't care about showing my P.O. box, but I'll keep the other person's hidden. Look at that tear in that envelope there. You want to know why that tore? Well, let me get out what is in there. And when'd you know it? is all because, tell them the story. What prompted this?
We were on his auction the other night. And
Whose?
Spectaculars.
There you go.
And we're both mods. And when he has an auction, he's had 2, and we've been there for both of them. I think it's only been 2, but we've been there for them all. It gets crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people. And I typed in the chat because he was giving away buttons.
Mm-hmm.
And I typed in the chat that all mods get buttons.
Well, this button, which we now have one, he sent it in the envelope to me.
It's blurry.
Yeah, a little blurry. But anyway, it almost did not get to me because the pointy part was out. It wasn't under that loop to keep it guarded, and it chewed through the envelope. And that thing was literally showing, half hanging out of that when I took that out there. So that barely got to me. Gotta watch that, Speg. I don't know. It probably got like bumped or whatever. Hey, Talking Bullion, what is up, my friend? How are you doing? And let's see, Speg did, he said, thank you so much for helping me in the auction. Hopefully you got a few new subs at the least. Spectacular. No, actually, Speg, they were getting mad at the mods in that, if I remember. I think I lost a few subs to that. Them auctions are rough, man. They are rough. No, we enjoyed ourselves thoroughly. I'm just joking. Thank you so much, Speg. And then, of course, and here's where I thought the joke was even better towards her, because... No, that's mine again. Here's yours.
Cover.
He had to give one to Winning Image Photography.
He sent them. I mean, he could put them in the same one.
So she got a nice sticker, you know.
I
and
got
then,
an old one.
And then what?
Older
the thing
one.
is, he didn't give.
He didn't send me a button.
He didn't send her a button. He sent me a button and didn't send her a button. I'm sure that was done
Intentional. I'm sure it was.
I'm
too.
sure it was. That's so funny. That's so funny. You complain about not having a button, and he ends up not giving you one. I mean, that's awesome.
Well, no.
No, that's great.
I got one.
Yeah, because you're going to take mine.
Whoop! I got it.
Yeah, well, there it goes. I had a button, everyone. I'd have given it to her anyway. So, oh, geez, I have no idea. I'm considering 16 ounces of gold tomorrow, but at the same time, I feel like it may be a bit high. Wow, 16 ounces of gold. Man.
This one's a little bent.
All moderators get badges, right? Yeah, well, she didn't get one. Now I don't have one because you knew it was going to happen to mine. Maybe her button came out of the first envelope. No, that one was actually sealed, Brad's World Coins. Mine was the one that had the hole in it.
We almost didn't get
And
any.
we almost didn't get that one, but that one made it there. And then let's see here. I only got a little bit left. I never ever did read this note from Silver Heist. And I know it's a little dark in here. We're not set up to do anything really in front of the camera. It was going to be pointed at the TV screen. So, but it says, Silver Steeler, congratulations on your 1K success. Keep up the good work. A little something extra for your dollar. Make you holler, gall. A Canadian canoe dollar, 80% silver. A beautiful design. Best wishes to you in Winning Image Photography. And if US Silver Stacker is still in the chat, he ended up winning that Canadian dollar. And that's, I watched that video today or yesterday on it. Can't remember which day, but sort of made full circle again. Everyone's in the house who that coin passed through. So Vanessa's in the house. Hello. Gold's out of my reach for now. I already have a pretty good gold stack. Well, that's good because I worry about that because I do not have a very good gold position right now. And I'm just afraid it's starting to go so high. It's leaving us.
I got more than you do.
How's that?
Oh, yeah. Christmas gift.
That's right. I got her a Christmas gift. Well, then wait. That was my badge, and then you took that, and now you got gold, but I'm not allowed to have the gold?
No, what's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine.
Yeah, that's about, yeah. I don't know if Freedom Stacker's in the house, but, oh, there's US Silver Stacker. Yep, he's there. Yep, he's the one that ended up winning that canoe dollar. I think everyone, I've heard back from everyone, I gave away a lot, and between all the donations from the community, really made that a pretty nice giveaway that night, and I think everyone has got theirs and gotten back in touch with me telling me that they did get theirs. So that was sort of nice. I think there was 18 or 20 pieces of mail, and every single person let me know they got it, which is pretty cool because I had a 500 goal and I didn't get that kind of feedback the first time. This time I did, so pretty cool. Freedom Stacker, and I've seen some of his mail calls out from other people when they get stuff. He always likes to put things on postcards. No different here. This one says, Winning Image Photography and Silver Steeler, thank you so much for helping me design my channel logo sticker and being great supporters of my channel. Sorry it took so long to get back out to you. Keep stacking. Only you can make your stacking goals your stacking realities. Freedom Stacker. And that's really probably going to be hard to see because we just don't have the light. Let me show the bigger ones. And there it is. There's an FS in there.
Turn them.
Oh, there it is. It's this way. It's really hard to see. I don't have any light on it. Don't even drag that one over there. It's not going to reach, but
Yeah, I made him.
she made those.
3 different stickers, or logos or whatever, so he could pick from them because and I made the font, the FS font, because I couldn't find anything that went with the writing on the bottom of that coin. So I just made a font for it.
Yeah.
So,
Take
but
your
I only
time.
had to make 2 letters, so it's not like I had to do the whole alphabet.
And she's going to possibly help out Sterling Canvas with a lead into his videos. He's been asking wants something. Vogus wants a little help from her. And who's the other person?
I don't know.
Oh, my dad wants you to do something
yeah.
for him too. So she's getting a bunch of little work on the side. And I told everyone, I said, she can't do nothing until that trailer's out. You know, so we've been sort of full steam on that trailer lately. It's preoccupied me so much that I haven't been getting around to watching a lot of other content providers' videos, but I did today. I got out there today and watched a bunch of them. Saw Vertical's little trip. Beautiful scenery out there, Vertical. Got a couple of, a good place for them. Just catching up on track. Who's been crushing it lately? Vertical? And all his buys lately? Good Lord. Wait, he says something about Cyclops stacks. No, I'm just a small fish in a big pond. Off. That's what he's referring to. I don't know, man. It's that one day. Whew, 400 eagles and all that gold. Steve Rice needs a trailer. Silver Heist says, Winning Image Photographer Steve Rice needs a video trailer.
Well, I did make his new logo just because one night I was just sitting here and went boom, boom, boom. And
He actually picked out the picture, though.
yeah,
He
they
picked out
came
the picture.
from
He just gave him the text on it.
Imperium Label,
Yeah.
didn't it?
Hey, that's another thing that reminds me, and I'll say this now, totally almost spaced it. Steve Rice has eagles for sale. Okay, he wanted me to get that out there. He is selling a tube, and I think he's charging $23 a piece for the eagles. And he's willing to go down a little bit if you buy more than one tube. And in that area, you'll have to contact him. What's his email? You want to put your mod, Steve Rice? You can put your own email inside that chat there. Just put your own email so that they can get a hold of you. But once again, Steve Rice is selling tubes of eagles. I'm so jealous because I really don't have the money because I'm furloughed right now. Otherwise, I'd be interested in a tube or some. But anyway, $23 a piece on the eagles. I think that keeps you a little bit even down from what the online bullion is selling them for. So they're cheaper. And if you want to buy multiple rolls, he'll work out a better deal with you. So that's Steve Rice in the chat. Put your email in there, Steve, and get people to reach out to you in case you do want some of them eagles. And one more sort of piece of mail. We're going to do this one. Unbelievable. This went all the way to New Zealand and back, all the way to New Zealand and back twice. I tried to get to Silver Tanifa, and it's just a mercury diamond here with a couple stickers. And the postage now has cost me. It's
That's
like,
so
I
funny.
don't know if I'm going to try to send it out a third time because
that was the first one we ever sent him. The second one, he had won something, which was a better prize.
Mm-hmm.
And he got that one. Then the first one comes back to us.
Yeah.
we resend it,
and it comes.
and it comes back to us
And each
again.
time, it's a good 3 or 4 week round trip. It takes
At
a while to
least.
go all the way back over there and get back here. So I got to reach out to Silver Tanf. I said, look, man, why don't I just keep this at this point? I've paid so much postage on this, and it just keeps going back to me. Hey, Jeep and John, 1976 is in the house. What is up, my friend? How are you doing? Good to have you. I just got mine, Henry. I got my stimulus check last night at 12 o'clock. S Max in the house. How you doing? So that's through our mail. I didn't get a lot. I've got a lot of sticker update. I got Silver Torch 66. I forgot about him. He's got.
Well, you're making a mess over there. It's surprising
Yeah, well,
you can find
the cats
it.
are going to tear through it in a second. Yeah, I've always liked Silver Torch. Has got some nice stickers too. And I won some gall and got a few. I know it's hard to see. The light's not good at that point in there. But he gave me an array of different stickers. I'll make sure I get them out there. We're thinking about doing a sticker board update sometime, maybe in the park if we can get out. It got cold around here again. It's back down in the 30s every day right now in Indiana. So, I ain't going out right now. Having 4 kids made it nice. Oh yeah, I bet it did. Was there a max amount? I think 3,900. Were you allowed to just get 3 kids worth? The couple gets $2,400, and then $1,500 for 3 kids gets it $3,900. I heard that 3,900 number out there a lot. I think that was the max. Yeah, we got ours last night though. That was sort of nice. So just banking it right now. Oh
I'll
yeah,
make that 44.
Silver Heights will spend more on his toilet paper. You got 4,400 really, Brad's World Coins. I guess he did get that 4th kid in there then. We got 3,900 S Max.
So is Silver Heist buying toilet paper with all his 2,400?
You were freezing at 59 degrees. I would be in shorts and a t-shirt, and Winning Image Photography would be in a Carhartts with a. Oh my gosh, we are total opposites on temperature. She sleeps under the sheets. I sleep on top of the sheets.
I sleep under covers.
Multiple covers because you're freezing. And meanwhile, I'm hot as soon as I get in there. Before it's time show, Fiat bought an Egyptian peace treaty with Israel 10. Well, I don't know that word. BU condition for $10. I guess that's a good deal. I don't know too much about Egyptian coins. Yeah, no doubt. Vertical. I didn't get that much money. They're cranking it in with them. We don't. It's just her and I in here. So, I've got one son who's 30 years old and he's been on his own. It was from a different marriage, and I don't really see a lot of him. He's 30 miles away. We make contact every so often, but he's on his own, and I haven't had a child living with me for 12 years now. It's been a long time. It's been really nice. Just her and I. We like it a lot. We're in our 50s now, so, we're pretty much done with the whole kid thing, and yeah, sort of glad to get past it in a way. It's been nice, just her and I. I have a big fat have to pay in for my taxes. Ooh, fiat. I got a big fiat have to pay in for your taxes. Is that what you mean? I hear you, brother. Now, seems like everyone's starting to get their checks in, though.
Yeah, and if you haven't got your check, tomorrow is Thursday. You're supposed to be able to go to the IRS.
I think you can do that today. I heard it on the news.
IRS.com and find out where it is. Everybody gets one, evidently.
Mm-hmm.
That even if you don't pay taxes because you've been laid off or whatever.
Vanessa doesn't get one. She's 17.
I think it was 17 and older, wasn't it? Because they made the parents had to be 17 and under.
I know. It was just sort of nice not having to do anything as long as you get a refund. I almost never get a refund from the feds every year, but for some reason last year I got a refund. I didn't change anything. I guess I just actually paid more into it, and I got a refund just in the nick of time, because as long as you had a refund where they had your bank routing information, you didn't have to lift a finger and do nothing. And that was my case. I didn't have to do a darn thing. Money just came to me. So, yeah, same here, Henry. I'm glad folks are getting some relief too. I mean,
right.
I'm one of those people that are furloughed right now, and I'm no longer getting paid for my company. We've had a little bit of money saved back, just because we always like to have cash on hand for buying precious metals, and there was none to buy. So I was lucky when I got furloughed that we had a little stack off to the side. And then with this helps. I'm probably good until we're thinking July. If nothing were to happen, like no other income come in, we'd probably make it till July just fine. But I'm one of the people out there. I want to get back to work. This is what week number 5 right now, and we're going a little stir crazy ourselves. We've watched Serengeti. We watched, of course, Tiger King, which I think everyone has watched that.
And the new episode they had out.
Yeah, they just had another new like half an hour episode the other night. We watched that.
Yeah.
So we're getting caught up in a lot of our TV series that we've neglected over the past year and a half.
We're in like season 7 or 8 of Little House.
She watches Little House on the Prairie. I watch it with her just because it brings back some memories too. But I can't. The worst character on that show has to be Carrie, that one of the little daughters. She just is such a horrible actor. I know she's just a kid, but she is just so dry in her acting. I just make fun of Carrie all the time on Little House on the Prairie. And Albert, because for a stretch of like 3 seasons, Albert doesn't grow an inch. And yet he's the tough guy and everything else. And he falls down, he gets bullied all the time. I don't know what they're trying to do with Albert. Yeah, I like Michael Landon too, Vertical Stagger. Absolutely. I mean, they don't have a sheriff in town, they don't have a leader in town, but if, it is Charles, he runs that town and he does it in a very nice way. I like him a lot on that show. It's one of the main reasons I like him. I like him and I like Melissa Gilbert. I liked her a lot too as Laura. So, and that was a show that was, when it first aired, I was 10 years old, and my mom and dad had a rule with their children. I grew up in a very religious family. I have twin sisters and me, so it was just the 5 of us. And TV was starting to get really big back then, not that it hadn't been, but it was really getting a lot of television shows. You had your Magnum PIs, you had this, and they found us always watching TV. So unfortunately, my mom and dad, for about a 4-year span, from when I was like 10 to 14 or 15 years old, only allowed us 3 hours of TV a week. 3 hours of TV. You had to really choose what 3 hours of TV you were going to watch in that week's time. And I love them for actually doing that to me still to this day, because it got me outside. I mean, I was outside as a kid all the time. But the thing about Little House on the Prairie was it was a freebie. It didn't count towards one of my 3 hours because it was a religious type, setting on the show. So I got to watch Little House on the Prairie free. And if that gave me a 4th hour of TV, you're darn right I'm watching it. So I think I watched every Little House on the Prairie show, and I haven't seen it now since that time period. And since this furlough here, I've been hitting the Hallmark channel, just set the DVR to record, and it's like recording 7-8 shows a day.
Oh, yeah, the Waltons.
We're up to like 52 episodes on our DVR of Little House on the Prairie we haven't watched, but that's going to take a while. I'm going to have to actually take that off to not record anymore because I think we got them all. But yeah, pretty cool show. So what time is it now? 10:30. I've been on for about 40 minutes. I didn't know how long I didn't know how I managed to keep 24 of you here, really. I mean, we're again on this trailer, which we'll probably let roll one more time for those that hadn't seen it yet. Why don't you back that up, or are you set to go on it already?
No.
Why don't we roll this, and then we'll spend about another 5-10 minutes talking to you again a little bit more, and then we're probably going to get off here and let her continue to work on this. She's getting it there. I was out having dirt cloud wars when we were neighbors. Good upbringing. Yeah, Vertical. I'll tell you what, hey, Value Hunter, how you doing? Inefficient Stackers here. Herb Ash is here. Sorry, Tim Williams. Did Carol kill her? Yes, I think so. I'm one of those ones that think so.
What?
That Carol killed her husband.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Everybody thinks that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, the chat is just going so crazy. I can't keep up. If I failed to say hi to you guys, I'm terribly sorry. How you doing, Value Hunter? My grandmother went to school and was friends with the real Laura Ingalls growing up.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. Yeah, what time period was that? Oh, there was one episode where Albert lost his dime underneath, what was he in, Sleepy Eye? You know how they always went to Sleepy Eye?
No.
And Albert, well, whatever town it was. It wasn't Walnut Grove. I know that because it was bustling with horses down the lanes and everything. And he lost he was a shoe shiner, and the guy gave him a dime for a tip, and he lost it down the crack of one of the floors in some business, and you couldn't see, and they were like trying to get the dime, him and Laura was, with a piece of gum, and we're so interested if they would ever show that dime off what it was. Sure enough, it was a Seated Liberty dime. So they really got a correct era coin for the show. We were like, holy cow, that's the Seat of Liberty dime. So she might have been friends of the family or something, but knew her. Yeah. We've looked up some stats as we're watching sometimes. I'll Wikipedia some of them. Carolyn is still alive. That would have been
Mrs.
Charles's Mrs. Ingalls. She's still alive. And the Olsons, literally, Mr. Olson and Harriet literally died just a few years ago, within a couple of years of each other, at the same hospital. That was interesting. They're dead. Of course, all the kids are alive. You know, Mary's alive. Laura's alive. Carrie. I guess Laura got in trouble with the IRS. She owed a bunch of money. It's just little stuff we were looking up on all the actors. It's just a lot of them actors, other than maybe Landon. That was their big thing. They never really did anything bigger after Little House on the Prairie. Michael Landon had the Highway to Heaven, I believe, and of course he had a big career before Little House.
He also did something else.
Yeah, but big time fan of the late. Hey Ripples, how you doing? Rebel Stacker's also in the house. Sorry I didn't see you peek into Super Channel.
Ooh.
Hello.
50.
How you doing? Wheatback Attack. Wow, seen some names.
Inefficient stacker.
I've seen an inefficient stacker before.
Yeah, 50-acre plot.
For what?
That's what he's saving for with
Oh,
the
yeah?
stacking.
Oh, well, there you go.
That
That's a
would be
good goal.
awesome with 50. Oh, well, we kind of want to just travel and not have any.
Yeah, S Max says he grew up with, or she, grew up with Highway to Heaven. Oh, yeah.
And
And he
Mr.
had
Edwards.
Mr. Edwards join that show. He was on a lot of the Little House on the Prairie, too. Last sound, going to eat a sandwich night all. Is my sound still good, everyone? I grew up watching Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you all still hearing me fairly well? Sounds great. All right, cool. Now, archaeology, I got to see your collection sometime. Definitely got to see your collection sometimes. I can hear fine. Okay, sounds good. Cool. All right, 5x5 Silver Sealer. Thank you, Henry. Hope you're still doing better, Henry. For sure. The Waltons, too. Yeah, a lot of times when we go to watch a Little House on the Prairie, it records just a little bit of the show before that, and we've been seeing the Waltons. We've actually wondered if we're going to start setting the DVR to catch up on the Waltons, too.
Night, John Boy.
Oh, yeah, we got to get through the 50 or so episodes. We still got a Little House. So what do you say? You want to run this one more time? Anyone want to see that trailer one more time? We'll shut up for 4 minutes.
Season is
Dove
leaving.
Season's leaving. Goodbye, Dove Season 91. Thank you. Why don't you roll that and I can shut my voice off for a second.
On or not. They're probably getting tired of it. By the time we come out with it, they're like,
We've already seen it before. Oh, it's freezing up. You want to restart it again? Oh, there it goes. It hasn't been rendered yet, everyone. Good to hear you're doing better, Henry.
This is a Premiere Pro, but I use After Effects a lot too for exploding coins and such.
That's where it slows down. You can stop it there. From Pittsburgh. No, I did most of my growing up in a little town called Manville, New Jersey. And I've got an aunt and cousins that are in a town called Hickory, which is real close to Pittsburgh, about 40, 45 minutes away. And so that's what made me a Steeler fan, because from a very early age of 5 years old, she sent me for Christmas or my birthday, anything, anytime that she could. She sent me all kinds of Pittsburgh Steeler gear, and it just grew on me. So as a child, I sort of had no choice. And I lived in the New York area. I could have been a Jets, Giants, Eagles fan, and nope, I became a Pittsburgh Steeler fan, and it's been the only team I've ever liked my entire life. So that's how my ties to the Pittsburgh Steelers became. Awesome video. So talented. Oh, thanks. There's a lot of holes there. I know you see an image of a Morgan and a piece, and all of a sudden it goes black. And what she's been doing there is we could have chosen which way we wanted to go. I've got the entire Peace Dollar collection in a Dansko album. But before I put that whole entire 24 coin collection in that Dansko album, we went and shot all them coins singular by themselves, and both front and reverse. I even got a video out there where we show us putting that album together. So, of course, we keep all our footage whenever we shot. So we have a very large amount of B-roll footage to choose from whenever we want to make one of these videos now. And what we were debating between ourselves, do we want to start off and just keep banging it out with Peace Dollar shot after Peace Dollar shot? And it was like, no, because it wouldn't really be able to differentiate the transition from a fast beat to another one. So we wanted to go from like Morgan Peace, and where she's got a blank spot is what we don't know what we're putting there yet. We'll come up with something.
It'll
so
be
eventually everything
non-Morgan or Peace.
Right. It's not going to be Peace, 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 and then Morgan, Morgan, Morgan. We're trying to stay off that and get something different in between the shots. So she's literally going in and peppering the whole video with all the Morgan shots she wants to. Make that, what she said? Make that bum give me my dime back before I have this joke. Sorry, man. So anyway, we just don't want too many images to look. We want you to be able to see the change from when it goes to a one. And there's some fast beats in there. So it's going to be a bop, bop, bop. We're figuring that it could, by the end of the video, could contain up to around 1,000 images in that video is what we're thinking. So what would you say we're at right now? 30%, 40%? We've got some of the hardest part done because she's already structured the whole entire video to the drum beat. That's what all the little, let's see, those little things up there are all the different drum beats that are in there. And you could buy a plug-in. We noticed you could buy a plug-in for $300 and it would do that for you. And we're actually, if we continue to make videos like this in this kind of style, we're probably going to fork over that $300 because that literally took her a whole day to figure out all the drum beats and mark them on the videos, because this song has so many. 1,000 images. The video is planned for about, I think it's 340, 350, 3 minutes and 40 seconds to 3 minutes and 50 seconds. So it should be about 1,000 images in that span of time. Not counting that's an estimate right now. Could give or take 200 by the time we're done with it. We're not sure. So, I mean, it's going to be...
I've got over 200 images in it now.
And we've even contemplated, if you listen to that song again, there's times where that drum beat hits and there's a quick little drum beat before the big one and a little one after. It does that. Drun, drun, drun. And we're wondering if we should go ahead and add that too. That would then make even more images come. But is it too fast on the screen? Does YouTube's rendering, and by the time it accepts the video there and they shrink it down and compress it
We're
down,
already going to have to give a warning. If you have epilepsy, don't watch this video.
Right. So, we've got some of the hard parts already done with this right now. It's just now trying to fill in the rest of the video footage for the most part.
Silver Ripple says, maybe too fast, you may throw up.
Right. Well, that's why we're thinking about not doing the drum and putting 3 there. We're thinking maybe just marking it with the 1. There's a clash about every so couple, to do the drum beat, and then you hear the clash. We're thinking about we're wondering if we want to do the flash of bright light there occasionally, but we're worried about those with seizures and stuff too. So we're trying to find a happy medium of where this can make it fast. Well, it's going to be fast, Archaeology, Michael 007. We don't just with the music that it is, it's got to be fast. We've got no choice there. It's just that there's an opportunity for us to make it even faster if we wanted it to take advantage of all the other little drum beats that are within the song. We're thinking about not doing that because, again, we don't know how YouTube would compress the video once it gets up there. And if it plays out to everyone and starts getting speckly and compressed and you can tell it gets blocky, we don't want that to happen. So, we're
Clinton S says hi.
Hey, Clinton S, how you doing? Oh, thanks, Ripples. We like to work on these trailers. We've had some really weird bedtimes. We stayed up till 4 o'clock last night shooting that in the garage because she came back after starting to work on some of this and said, we don't have enough images yet. And so I told her, I said, well, we've got a monster box video we need to do because we got 2 rolls in a few weeks ago. I was like, why don't we just go out there, get all the eagles out on the table and shoot some overhead shots with cameras swaying this way and that. And then the idea to come up with the circle developed from there is like, let's do that. I said, I've seen other channels do that. Can we pull it off? Do we make it work? Does it look so good at one point? And then all of a sudden we get to this, little happy smiley face with a circle and SS in the middle. Does that look cool or not? How can we make it look cool? And so we played around with it a lot today. We just winged it. Yeah, we ended up thinking that it's going to work. So we're going to go ahead and leave that in the video. But other than that, we're still.
And I messed up all his ASEs. They're not in the right tubes. We're going to have to sort through them all at some point.
We took the time a few months ago and labeled every single one of my ASE tubes with what years are in there. And sometimes they're really mixed up years. And I went ahead on the side of that tube and marked them all up. And so when we were getting them out last night to do the regular Monster Box video, that she's still got to edit that one down yet. But when we were doing that video, we wanted to display all the coins for once because we don't do that often. We don't take them out of the tubes that often. So we took them out of the tubes and we made a map of the tubes onto the floor in the garage so that it was like, okay, this matches what's on the table. That way they'll go into correct tubes. Well, she wanted to do this part of the video and she's like, I need stacks of 4. And I looked at her, I go, how are we going to keep track of where all the right eagles go into the right tubes? And it's like, forget it. And I was like, just start taking eagles and we'll just slam them in the tube so we can get out of this garage and go to sleep at one point. We'll take the time and resort them out some other day. So she has been working her fingers to the bone. I've been working my butt off too. Hey, what's up, 47420?
Archaeology Mikey, we watch Vikings, but The Last Kingdom we haven't seen. We might have to check that out. I love Lagatha.
Talking about Lagatha? We love that show, Vikings. That was a good one. The first 4 seasons, the 5th season of Vikings started going a little.
Once you got rid of the.
Once what's his name?
Ragnar
Lothbrok. Yes, Ragnar Lothbrok. Once he left the show in season 4, it just sort of like, it's not so good anymore.
Except for Lagatha.
Well, Lagatha's good. Lagatha's hot too, and she does her own stunts.
She was a stunt person before she was on Vikings.
Mm-hmm. She does her own stunts. So
she knows martial arts and stuff too.
Ordered it from Monument Metals. So 47420's got a 5-ounce ATB, I imagine, coming in. Is that what it is? 5th season is your favorite because of the Saxons. We're still interested. We'll sit there and record at Off History Channel a half season because now they come with half seasons.
Yeah.
The first 10. So we got the last 10 episodes we haven't watched yet. They're still on our DVR to watch. One of the things I'm going to get to during this furlough, I'm going to burn those episodes off. All right, Herbash. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Hey, not a problem. Hopefully we can have this video out Sunday. That's our target time. But if we have to spend another day or two to fill in some of the things, if it takes us an extra day or two, it does. We don't want it coming out looking bad just because we wanted to rush it. What is up, Sterling Cannabis? How are you doing, my friend? I was just talking about you a little bit earlier. And your day's coming up here soon, isn't it? Oh my gosh, 420's coming up, 420, 420, 420. And I wanted to tell you, I'm so sorry we weren't able to get around to doing a shout out video for you. I hope you saw the comment I left on one of your videos today where I stated that we would, I had some great ideas for a shout out video for you. I'm not going to tell them to you now, but my mind goes crazy sometimes. I was like, what can we do for a shout out video for him? And then it just never happened. So we're like, okay, why don't we just instill some of that, incorporate some of that into his lead-in video, which,
Clinton S wants to know what he missed. Tell him.
what did he miss in the beginning?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, where's that dime? I lost it.
Oh no, where is it?
I lost that dime. Where did it go?
It's got to be underneath all those stickers.
It's really not. I don't know what I did with your dime. I've lost your dime, Steve. Totally lost your dime.
It's got to be underneath all those
Maybe
stickers.
it's underneath the computer. No, I can't find the dime. Is it down here on the floor? Oh, you're going to kill me, Steve. I get to play the whole joke again. Well, anyway, hey, Clinton S., do you remember Silver Heist having that dime book, Roosevelt dime book he was giving away? Don't get in front of the camera looking for that dime right now.
Okay.
Yeah, don't do that. You might want to watch it. Yeah, he gave away a Roosevelt dime book, a full Roosevelt dime book, and I asked Silver Heist before he sent the dime off to Steve, the dime book to Steve Rice, if he can pluck out one of those dimes and give it to me, because I know how much Steve Rice hates an empty hole in a book. It was just going to be a practical joke on Steve Rice that he would get that book, open it up, and it's not full. There's one missing dime. And who would have that missing dime? Well, I did have that missing dime. Don't stroke out on me yet, Steve. When I end the stream, I promise I'll find that dime. He's going to kill me. Where is it? It's really not on there.
We haven't even moved, so it has to be here close.
It's got to be here real close. Probably fell down cushion in the couch. I'll find it in a year. Look, Steve, I'll get it out to you in a couple years, okay, buddy? It won't kill you before then, will it?
Don't make me drive to Indiana.
Oh yeah, exactly, Clinton. That's exactly the reaction I wanted him to do. I wanted him to open that book up and go, what? Where's my dime? It's because, I mean, if there were 4 or 5 holes, it wouldn't bother him as bad. It would still bother him, but we knew what would bother him the worst if it was just one hole missing in that book.
And we got a dime that's hard to replace.
Yeah. But unfortunately, he got the dime book before I got the one dime, and Cuz called me yesterday and he knew it was me. So
the angry faces are coming up.
Yeah, don't unsub me for this, everyone. It's just a joke. I owed Steve Rice a joke because of what he did to me. And what's so funny is this is the dime that Rick G, another very good friend of Steve Rice, that dime was donated to Silver Heist to complete the book, and that's the one he gave me.
And the joke that he played on you was with Rick G, through Rick G.
Right, exactly. So
Are you still looking for the dime?
I'm still sort of looking for the dime. It's got to be right here. We haven't moved an inch. Did you find it?
No.
Oh. Well, we still haven't found your dime. Lost it in the process of doing all the mail, Steve. No, it's got to be right here.
Yeah, it's right. It's here.
They're so small, little. You can really lose them so easily, Steve, Darn. That's a hard one, too. That's a 1954S. It's like semi-key.
Send him a 1965 for a stand-in. Non-silver
That's
dime.
funny. Nah, I'll call you up here in a few, Steve. As soon as we end this stream, as soon as I find this dime and turn some more lights on in the room, maybe we'll just look for it tomorrow.
Steve, you want to put your email in there again in case anybody is interested in buying your
good move
tubes of ASEs?
Good move. Yeah, you want to put your email in there, Steve, one more time?
I bet you just pushed it under the computer.
It is. I can see it. It's underneath my laptop over there. I pushed it with the stickers in more. I see your dime. I see the edge of it, Steve. Don't have a heart attack on us. Please don't. Sorry about your luck. You see Silver Britches? Sorry about your luck, Steve.
Oh my God! I guess his wife was trying to look at the bottom see if it fell out in the envelope, and she's trying to look it in there, trying to find it, and it's not there. And
please, Steve, don't have any health issues off this. It was just a little joke. I had to play one on you. Keep poking the beast.
We thanked him for the book and didn't even. Yeah, and you didn't put a note in there, Heist, like call your buddy, SS or anything. He just knew who had it.
It was almost better that way that he didn't post a note. Otherwise, it would have tipped off. It was better that way anyway. When I thought about it, I was like, it's good that it didn't have a post-it note on there. But, hey, thank you, Silver Heist, for allowing us to play this little joke on Steve. Yes, I have found your dime, Steve. You can rest easy. I will get it out in the mail tomorrow. I will take my chances at the post office again tomorrow. I go into mine. It's such a small little town that no one else is in there. And I use a paper towel to open the door. And all I do is have to use my key to literally use that to open the door too. I don't have to touch nothing in there. And I'm in and out. And it's really, really easy to do. So I'll get it out there tomorrow, buddy. There's his email, everyone. He is selling Eagles for $23 a piece. If you want more, that'll be a tube price. So
Yeah, $23 for 20.
right, for 20 of them. And then if you want multiple tubes off him, you need to email him and get in contact with him, and he'll see what he can
Selling
do.
a whole tube at once, not a partial tube.
Yes, Clinton S. It is one big family, and this whole little silver heist joke thing that I contacted him about on Steve Rice sort of made a full circle, because literally the dime that he doesn't have right now is one that his own good friend Rick G donated to Silver Heist for the book that Steve Rice won. And then Silver Stealer got in the middle of it all and took one of the dimes away. It's just a complete weird looking circle how that whole thing worked.
Well,
But
Steve Rice got
I drop it when I go outside. Right. I might, who knows? I've offered if we wanted to auction it before. They were starting to throw down some numbers in the in the chat for that dime. I bet you the highest bidder would be Steve Rice. I'd probably make some money off that. Hey, listen, Steve, I'll give it to you for a tube of Eagles, man. I'm needing tubes of Eagles big time. Joking, my friend. It's going
ransom. It's a ransom.
It'll be in the mail tomorrow, man. I'll get it out to you so you can complete that book and solve that little OCD problem that I know you got, because I've got it as well.
But it's going to take a couple days to get to you.
Yeah. So, everyone, we're probably going to end this one. Thank you, Henry Von Mogg, Brad's World Coins, Archaeology, Michael 007, Silver Heist, Sterling Cannabis, the one and only Steve Rice, who this was about a little bit tonight, Clinton S., Archaeology, Michael 007, Britches, my friend. Thank you so much for joining the stream. And if I didn't name you, I'm guilty. Henry Von Mogg, continue on that road to recovery, man. We're praying for you. Hope you're doing well. And everyone, we don't know when we're going to stream again. We'll come up with something, and maybe we'll play another joke on somebody. But in the meantime, everyone out there, stay safe, and we will see you on the next stream.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.